pool our money, and we would buy real estate, and because we were living in my apartment right after we got married, and we moved out of the apartment, and we bought the cheapest house in the best neighborhood that we could afford, right? It was sort of a fixer-upper, and we fixed it up, and it was nice. And next door to us was a Polish guy, real nice guy, and he owned a ton of property in the hood, in the Buckeye area of Cleveland. If you know anything about Cleveland, you know the Buckeye area, right? Now, back then, this is back in the day, this is in the 70s, the Buckeye area was a Polish and Slavic area, right? But Negroes were starting to move in, right? They were starting to move in, so they started to move out. Right? And they lived in 2- and 3-family homes, and they were in pristine condition, but they were afraid of black folk. This is in the 70s. So they were selling their homes for pennies on a dollar. I bought 7 2- and 3-family homes. I don't think I paid more than $12,000 for any of those homes, okay? 7 of them in a row on one block, 124th, right off of Buckeye Road. I then took the homes, because they were in pristine condition, I didn't have to fix them up, right? And I changed them into what? Section 8 housing. Section 8, why did I do that? Because it pays the highest rent per square foot, right? And I would never have to worry about collecting my rent from the tenants. And then I scoured Cleveland, used my network, and found the most responsible sisters and brothers to rent those homes to, with a promise to them, if they took care of the home the way they found it, they didn't have to worry about paying their rent on time. When I sold these homes, they would have first right of refusal, and I would do everything I can to set up financing for them. Fast forward, 8 years later, we flipped the homes, right? So at 30, well, nearly 40, I made my first $1 million flipping those homes, because the prices went sky high. I sold them for 10 and 15 times what I bought, plus the tax write-offs for owning property, which is like a beast. For 8, 9 years, Nora and I did not pay any taxes. So it's a heck of a system, and it's a great way to start. I just love you starting at 40 years old. Yes, you are already a millionaire. So there is a formula right there. Find some property, rent it out, hold on to it. And there's no way you can lose.
They call that formula house hacking, when you live in one unit and you let the others take care of your mortgage while you cash flow and you live for free. And essentially, like, I kept my job as well, so I kept so let me tell you how my first day went, like, when I closed. So I was making $26,000 a year after taxes at my job, which in Chicago is pretty much under the poverty line. The day that I closed, I had about $15,000 saved up, because I thought I was going to have to use that for closing costs. I kept it all. I got $5,000 at the closing table from the seller, so I didn't pay any money from this building. So I got the building for free, and I got paid $5,000. I walked into rent checks that same day, because I closed at the end of the month, and all of the tenants paid their rent. And that first month, when you get a mortgage, the mortgage is already paid.